Top 100 Pieces of Advice from 10 Renowned Philosophers. Welcome to our channel, Real Persian Prince, where we explore timeless wisdom from the world's greatest philosophers. This collection presents timeless wisdom from 10 renowned philosophers. Each philosopher offers 10 pieces of advice, providing insights on self-knowledge, ethics, happiness, and life's purpose. Explore the teachings of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Confucius, Lao Tzu, Epicurus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Immanuel Kant, and Friedrich Nietzsche. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe for more exciting content. 1. Socrates. Socrates, a classical Greek philosopher, is known for his method of questioning to seek truth and wisdom. 10 pieces of advice. 1. Question everything to uncover deeper truths and understanding. 2. The unexamined life is not worth living. 3. Wisdom begins in wonder. 4. To find yourself, think for yourself. 5. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. 6. Be as you wish to seem. 7. The only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. 8. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. 9. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings. 10. Understand yourself and improve yourself. 2. Plato. Plato, a student of Socrates, founded the Academy in Athens and wrote influential philosophical dialogues. 10 pieces of advice. 1. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. 2. The beginning is the most important part of the work. 3. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. 4. Courage is knowing what not to fear. 5. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. 6. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness. 7. Necessity is the mother of invention. 8. Justice means minding your own business. 9. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. 10. Love is a serious mental disease. 3. Aristotle. Aristotle, a student of Plato, made lasting contributions to numerous fields, including ethics, politics, and science. 10 pieces of advice. 1. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. 2. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. 3. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. 4. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. 5. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. 6. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. 7. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. 8. Happiness depends upon ourselves. 9. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. 10. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. 4. Confucius. Confucius, an ancient Chinese philosopher, emphasized morality, family loyalty, and respect for tradition. 10 pieces of advice. 1. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. 2. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. 3. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. 4. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. 5. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. 6. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. 7. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. 8. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. 9. He who learns but does not think is lost. 10. When you have faults, do not fear to abandon them. 5. Lao Tzu, Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu, the legendary founder of Taoism, advocated for simplicity, humility, and harmony with nature. 10 pieces of advice. 1. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. 2. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. 3. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. 4. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. 5. Silence is a source of great strength. 6. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. 7. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. 8. Simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. 9. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. 10. The best fighter is never angry. 6. Epicurus. Epicurus, an ancient Greek philosopher, taught that pleasure and friendship are essential for a happy life. 10 pieces of advice. 1. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. 2. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. 3. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. 4. Nothing is enough for the man to whom enough is too little. 5. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. 6. Pleasure is the beginning and the end of living happily. 7. Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. 8. He who is not satisfied with the little is satisfied with nothing. 9. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. 10. Don't fear death. It's the absence of all sensation. 7. Seneca. Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, emphasized rationality, self-control, and the importance of inner peace. 10 pieces of advice. 1. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. 2. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. 3. It is not the man who has too little, the man who craves more, that is poor. 4. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. 5. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. 6. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. 7. No man was ever wise by chance. 8. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. 9. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. 10. Life, if well lived, is long enough. 8. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote Meditations, reflecting on virtue and leadership. 10 pieces of advice. 1. You have power over your mind, outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. 2. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. 3. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. 4. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. 5. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. 6. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. 7. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. 8. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. 9. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. 10. The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. 9. Immanuel Kant. Immanuel Kant, an influential German philosopher, developed critical theories on ethics, knowledge, and reason. 10 pieces of advice. 1. Act only according to that maxim whereby you can, at the same time, will it should become a universal law. 2. Enlightenment is man's emergence from his self-imposed immaturity. 3. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. 4. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. 5. In law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so. 6. By a lie, a man annihilates his dignity as a man. 7. Two things owe me most, the starry sky above me and the moral law within me. 8. It is beyond a doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. 9. Always recognize that human individuals are ends, and do not use them as means to your end. 10. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. 10. Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher, challenged conventional morality and explored the concept of individual will. 10 pieces of advice. 1. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. 2. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. 3. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. 4. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. 5. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. 6. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. 7. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. 8. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. 9. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. 10. You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. If you find our videos helpful, don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the like button to support our channel.